Have you ever heard the expression the tip of the iceberg? It's a common English idiom that can be confusing for beginner learners. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll be using it like a pro. Let me start with a funny story. Imagine your friend invites you to a party, saying you have no idea what's in store, it's just the tip of the iceberg. You might picture a small party with just the hosts and a few guests. But when you arrive, you're shocked to find a massive celebration with hundreds of people. So, what does the tip of the iceberg actually mean? It's a metaphor that refers to a small, visible part of a much larger problem or situation. The iceberg represents the full extent of the issue, with the tip being just the part that's obvious on the surface. Let's see how this idiom works in a real-life example. Imagine your boss tells you, the budget cuts we're facing are just the tip of the iceberg. This means the visible budget cuts are only a small part of a much larger financial problem the company is dealing with. Understanding the full extent of the issue is crucial to finding a solution. Here are some examples of how to use the tip of the iceberg in different contexts. In a casual conversation, the new employee turnover at our company is just the tip of the iceberg. In a formal setting, the environmental damage we've seen so far is merely the tip of the iceberg. In a negative context, the scandal we uncovered is only the tip of the iceberg. In a humorous context, my messy room? That's just the tip of the iceberg, you should see my closet. In a literary context, the public's anger over the issue was just the tip of the iceberg, as deeper resentments began to surface. In a business setting, the financial troubles we're facing are the tip of the iceberg. We need to address the underlying problems. On social media, the online outrage over the new policy is just the tip of the iceberg, I'm sure. To help you remember the meaning of the tip of the iceberg, think of an actual iceberg. Only a small portion of an iceberg is visible above the water, while the majority of its mass is hidden beneath the surface. This visual metaphor can remind you that the tip represents just a fraction of the full issue or problem. Now, let's dive into some fun facts about this idiom. The phrase tip of the iceberg gained popularity after the sinking of the Titanic in 1912, highlighting the hidden dangers of icebergs. While its origins may predate this event, the disaster significantly contributed to its widespread use. It reflects a broader human tendency, particularly emphasized in Western cultures, to seek deeper understanding and acknowledge that appearances can be deceiving. While the tip of the iceberg is the most common form, similar metaphors like the tip of / just the tip of something are used to convey the idea of a small visible part of a larger whole. Here are some related sayings to the tip of the iceberg. Just the beginning, similar in meaning, emphasizing that the visible issue is only the start. The whole enchilada, the opposite, referring to the complete, full-scale problem. The bigger picture, related, suggesting the need to consider the broader context. Let's try using the tip of the iceberg in a sentence. The recent product recall is just the tip of the iceberg. We anticipate more issues will surface in the coming weeks. Now, let's rephrase it without the idiom. The recent product recall is only the start of the problems we're facing. We anticipate more issues will surface in the coming weeks. Here's a real-life example of how effectively using the tip of the iceberg can improve communication. During a team meeting, the marketing manager said, "The drop in sales numbers is just the tip of the iceberg. We need to dig deeper to uncover the root causes." This helped the team understand that the visible sales decline was only a small part of a larger issue, prompting them to investigate further. Let's address a few common mistakes and how to avoid them. Grammatical error. the tip of the icebergs, the idiom should always be singular, the tip of the iceberg. Meaning misunderstanding. Thinking the tip refers to the most important part, when it actually means the smallest visible part. Inappropriate context, using the idiom to describe a simple, straightforward issue, when it's better suited for complex, multi-layered problems. Now, let's test your understanding with a few quiz questions. 1. What does the idiom "the tip of the iceberg" mean? A. The most important part of the problem. B. The small, visible part of a larger issue. C. The beginning of a problem. Answer B. 2. Which of these expressions is similar in meaning to the tip of the iceberg? A. The whole enchilada. B. Just the beginning. C. The bigger picture. Answer B. 3. Which of these expressions is opposite in meaning to the tip of the iceberg? A. The whole enchilada. B. Just the beginning. C. The bigger picture. Answer A. In summary, the tip of the iceberg is a powerful English idiom that can help you communicate more effectively. Remember, it refers to the small, visible part of a much larger problem or situation. Understanding this idiom and using it appropriately can greatly improve your English fluency. Now it's your turn. Try using the idiom "the tip of the iceberg" in a sentence about your own life or experiences. Share your sentences in the comments. I'd love to see how you're putting this idiom into practice. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more English idiom lessons.